Welcome back everyone to Actual English. My name is Jennifer Clyde. It is already time for lesson 27, and as I did remind you, we'll be focusing on surgeries today, getting operations, going under the knife, and also getting surgery. It all means the same thing, okay? Oftentimes, we do have to go to the hospital for many reasons, for minor injuries, also for major injuries or diseases and sicknesses, illnesses. Sometimes we do have to get surgery. So, have you ever had to get surgery? What kind of surgery was it? Was any anesthesia involved? Did you have to go under some sort of anesthesia? General anesthesia, local anesthesia. There are many types of things that are done at the hospital, especially before you get surgery. So let's focus on that. First of all, let's begin by listening to a conversation. That's actual talk between Peter and Rachel.
You know what I heard recently?
What?
I heard that particularly in Japan, they're doing these new palm surgeries.
Palm surgery?
Yeah, where they redesign the lines of your palms.
That's possible.
I guess so. It's all for aesthetic reasons, though. I don't think you get many health benefits from
No,
it.
surely not. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's interesting because I think cosmetic and plastic surgery is definitely on the rise these days.
Yeah, especially in like Japan and Korea as well. You know,
Right.
There's a lot of cosmetic surgery. I've got to say, I have had cosmetic surgery.
You have?
Not in a completely vain way. It's kind of health related
Okay.
to remove some moles.
Right, okay.
Because moles can develop into more dangerous cancerous tissue.
Right, that's
so
true.
I just wanted to prevent that before it happens.
Right.
But it's not major surgery at all. Like they just put some anesthetic cream on your moles.
Oh, it's cream, not like an injection or
No,
shot.
So it's not painful at all.
Oh, that's
And then they
nice.
just burn it off with a laser. The
Okay.
only interesting part about the surgery is it smells like you're going to eat some beef or something. They're burning your
Like
skin.
something cooking.
Yeah, it actually is quite appetizing.
Wow, interesting.
What about you? Like,
yeah.
Any cosmetic surgery?
I guess if you say cosmetic, I just recently got the vision correction surgery, so LASIK.
Yeah.
And in a sense, I think that is surgery because they did cut open my eye.
They cut it open.
Or they slice a little bit of it and then they start burning parts of it to fix the vision. So, in that sense, I guess I did get cosmetic surgery.
There's anesthetic for that as well?
Yeah, they actually drop these liquid droplets into your eye that numb it. So it doesn't hurt at all. You just lose the sensation in your eyes. So I did definitely get that. But, I've never gotten any major surgeries or know anyone that have gotten major surgeries.
No, me neither. It's the last thing I want to do is have major surgery where you're put under, general anesthesia and you wake up
Right.
the next day, you're missing
And you're
an
still
organ or
drowsed.
something
Yeah,
like that. That would be
definitely.
terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully that never happens to us or the people around us.
Fingers crossed.
Now, these two were talking about getting surgery, right? And I did mention the other day as we were talking about being hospitalized, having to stay in the hospital, that I did have to, a very long time ago, perhaps more than 10 years ago, I did have to get surgery for the same reason 3 to 4 times, and I was put under general anesthesia. I kind of fear doing that though. Nowadays, especially, you hear about things on the news and everywhere basically about the dangers of being put under anesthesia. So I think a lot of people are actually afraid of being put under general anesthesia or any kind of anesthesia. Anyway, let's focus on what these two talked about in today's actual talk. Let's take a look at what they mentioned line by line. Here, first of all, Rachel began by talking, you know what I heard recently. Now, it's a question, but she's not really asking him a question. This is a wonderful way to start a conversation, okay? She's beginning to talk about a specific surgery that's very popular in Japan. So she's saying, you know what I heard? You know what I heard recently? I heard that particularly, especially in Japan, they are doing these new palm surgeries. Now, Rachel mentioned palm surgeries. To be more specific, you could add line, okay? Palm line surgeries. Do you know what that is? Have you heard about palm line surgeries? I haven't until I actually heard today's actual talk, but what is palm? Palm. We'll take a look at the pronunciation of that word in just a bit, but palm is the inner surface of your hand, okay? So there are things called palm reading. 손금, right? 손금 읽기, I think that's what they call it in Korean. So 손금, actually, we're talking about the lines on our palms, so that would be palm line surgeries. And well, the instant Peter heard her saying this, he says, palm line surgeries or palm surgeries? Now, there we go. Rachel explains. She says, yeah, they redesign the lines of your palms, okay? And then Peter says, that's possible. I guess it is, right? She says, I guess so. It is all for, okay? Meaning the purpose of it is, it's all for aesthetic reasons, okay? Aesthetic, the word here, aesthetic basically relates to beauty, okay? If you hear aesthetic, think instantly, beauty, okay? So for beauty reasons, for aesthetic reasons. But it's interesting because cosmetic and plastic surgery is definitely on the rise these days. So let's take a look at the words cosmetic and plastic. There's cosmetic surgery, there's plastic surgery as well. Now, these kinds of surgeries are done especially for beauty reasons or aesthetic reasons. A lot of people go to these, plastic surgeons to get a nose job, to get double eyelid surgery, maybe for a narrower chin, for all different reasons, for even breast augmentations. So, cosmetic and plastic surgery, they are kinds of surgeries that are done for beauty reasons, to look more beautiful, I guess. Now, she says, though, these kinds of surgeries are definitely on the rise. Now, it's on the rise, meaning it's going up. It's becoming more and more popular these days, okay? So cosmetic and plastic surgery is definitely becoming popular these days, is definitely on the rise these days. Now, Peter says, yeah, I have got to say, I have had cosmetic surgery. Okay, let's check out what he means by that. Now, he says not in a completely vain way. Now, when you say vain, it means that you are very proud of it, okay? You're boasting about something, but he's saying, well, not in a completely vain way, and he talks about what kind of surgery it was. He says it's kind of health-related, okay? It's not aesthetic, okay? It's not for aesthetic reasons, but it was for health-related reasons. I removed, meaning I got rid of some moles. What is a mole? M-O-L-E. Now, a mole is like a spot or blemishes on our face. It's usually on our skin, and they are usually dark. I think what you can simply call them in Korean is 점, okay? So I got rid of some moles, meaning more than one mole, because moles can develop into more dangerous cancerous tissue. Okay, in other words, there's a C missing there, cancer cells, okay? And he says, but it's not major surgery, okay? It's not. Like they just put some anesthetic cream on your moles. So it's not painful at all, okay? So let's take a look. He's talking about how he had some moles removed, and that was a kind of cosmetic surgery, but it was not for aesthetic reasons. It was more kind of a health-related surgery. He says that he removed the moles because they could develop into more dangerous cancerous cells or cancerous tissues. And he mentions it wasn't a major surgery, meaning it wasn't a very big surgery. Okay, pay attention, not a major surgery. Now, the word here is anesthetic. Anesthetic cream, what is that? I think if you have been to maybe get a facial sometimes, or a lot of people get laser treatment on their faces, they put a kind of ointment or a cream on your face to numb certain parts of your face, okay? So this is a kind of cream or ointment they put on your face or on your skin surface to basically numb it so you don't feel anything. And he says, so it's not painful at all. Moving on. And then he says they just burn it off with a laser, okay? They burn the mole off with a laser. The only interesting part about the surgery is that it smells like something. Smells like you are going to eat some. Eat some meat or eat something, yeah? I think he talked about eat some meat or it smells like cooking, something of that sort. And then Rachel says, yeah, like something cooking. And he says, yeah, well, what about you, Rachel? Any cosmetic surgery, meaning have you had any kind of cosmetic surgery? Now, Rachel says, I just recently got the vision correction surgery, the LASIK, right? I think that is surgery because they cut open my eye. Ooh, sounds kind of scary. Now, cut open is what? When you cut something, you are making an incision, you are cutting something. But when you cut something open or cut open something, yeah, it sounds a bit more serious. So she says, they cut open my eye, meaning they cut a part of my eye and they opened it up. Okay. Now, he says, oh, they cut it open. Rachel says, or they slice. Another word for cut, a little bit of it, and they start burning parts of it to fix or correct vision, correct one's vision, okay? Now, she's basically talking about LASIK surgery. Now, he says there is anesthetic for that. There is some kind of ointment or some kind of anesthetic that numbs that part. And she says, yeah, they drop liquid droplets into your eye. Let's take a look at the sentence up to here. Now, what is a droplet? Let's take a look at this word. A droplet is a little drop of a liquid, any kind of liquid. Okay, small drop of something is a droplet. So they drop liquid droplets into your eye. Why? To numb it. Numb, meaning so that you can't feel anything, so it doesn't hurt at all. And you just lose the sensation in your eyes. Okay. Now, what is a sensation? A sensation can be a feeling, or even it can relate to senses. So when she says you just lose sensation or lose the sensation in your eyes, it means that you don't feel anything in your eyes. But, she says, I have never gotten any major surgeries, okay? Nothing serious, or, or know anyone that has gotten major surgeries. Now, pay attention to this part. Get surgeries. Have surgeries. Usually with the word surgery, get is used and have is used as well, okay? So have you ever had any kind of surgery? Have you ever gotten any kind of surgery? So keep that in mind. She says, I haven't gotten any major surgeries, nor do I know anyone who has gotten major surgeries. Now, Peter says, me neither. Now, me neither? That's right. He did not say me too. Why? Because Rachel has mentioned something negative, in a negative way, and Peter is agreeing also in a negative way, so it is correct to say me neither and not me too, okay? So he says, it's the last thing I want to do. Now, he explains, to have major surgery where you're put under or put on general anesthesia. When you talk about anesthesia, you can talk about general anesthesia or local anesthesia. And usually you would say you are put on or put under anesthesia. Okay? Now, general anesthesia, it's more serious than local anesthesia. It basically numbs your system or puts you to sleep for a while. It's kind of like a coma where it makes you sleep so you don't feel the pain. It helps you relax and not feel the pain as well. Whereas local anesthesia is where they numb certain parts of your body, okay? Now moving on, now Rachel says, hopefully that never happens to us or the people around us. And she pretty much wraps up the conversation. So yeah, surgeries are quite scary, aren't they? Especially because you have to be put on or put under anesthesia, and they do cut open parts of your body, which is kind of scary. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed today's actual talk between Peter and Rachel. Let's take a moment to listen to it one more time.
You know what I heard recently?
What?
I heard that particularly in Japan, they're doing these new palm surgeries.
Palm surgery?
Yeah, where they redesign the lines of your palms.
That's possible.
I guess so. It's all for aesthetic reasons, though. I don't think you get many health benefits from
No,
it.
surely not. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's interesting because I think cosmetic and plastic surgery is definitely on the rise these days.
Yeah, especially in like Japan and Korea as well. You know,
Right.
There's a lot of cosmetic surgery. I've got to say, I have had cosmetic surgery.
You have?
Not in a completely vain way. It's kind of health related
Okay.
to remove some moles.
Right,
Because
okay.
moles can develop into more dangerous cancerous tissue.
Right, that's
so
true.
I just wanted to prevent that before it happens.
Right.
But it's not major surgery at all. Like they just put some anesthetic cream on your moles.
Oh, it's cream, not
And-
like an injection or
No,
shot.
So it's not painful at all.
Oh, that's
And then they
nice.
just burn it off with a laser. The
Okay.
only interesting part about the surgery is it smells like you're going to eat some beef or something. because they're burning your
Like
skin.
something cooking.
Yeah, it actually is quite appetizing.
Wow, interesting.
What about you? Like,
yeah.
Any cosmetic surgery?
I guess if you say cosmetic, I just recently got the vision correction surgery, so LASIK.
yeah.
And in a sense, I think that is surgery because they did cut open my eye.
They cut it open.
Or they slice a little bit of it and then they start burning
wow.
parts of it to fix the vision. So, in that sense, I guess I did get cosmetic surgery.
There's anesthetic for that as well?
Yeah, they actually drop these liquid droplets into your eye that numb it.
Uh-huh.
So it doesn't hurt at all. You just lose the sensation in your eyes. So I did definitely get that. But I've never gotten any major surgeries or know anyone that have gotten major surgeries.
No, me neither. It's the last thing I want to do is have major surgery where you're put under, general anesthesia and you wake up
Right.
the next day, you're missing
And you're still
an organ or
drowsed.
something
Yeah,
like that. That would be
definitely.
terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully that never happens to us or the people around us.
Fingers crossed.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's now take a look at some vocabulary words and quickly go over the synonyms and the pronunciation. Now, I did select the word palm here because it could be confusing when it comes to pronouncing this word. Although there is an L, it's P-A-L-M. As you can see, yes, it is not pronounced with an L. It is just P-A-H-M, a long ah sound. Palm. Palm. There's no L. One more time. Palm. What about aesthetic? I did mention that it pertains to beauty. So some other synonyms for aesthetic are creative, artistic, but most of all, boom, think about beauty. When you hear aesthetic, think first beauty, okay? The next word is laser. Just in case you have a difficult time pronouncing that word, the S is pronounced with a Z sound, so it's laser. Laser, okay? And also droplet. I mentioned they're a dab or a dash, even a drip, driblet, or splash of something, usually a small drop or a small amount of liquid. And finally, anesthesia. It's anesthesia, okay? Anesthesia, anesthesia. Good job. Let's now take a look at some patterns. I have 3 ready for you today. The first one is, something is or on the rise these days. This is what Rachel mentioned in the very beginning of today's actual talk when she was talking about palm line surgeries, right? She said that cosmetic or plastic surgeries, they're definitely on the rise these days. They're more popular. They're becoming more and more popular. Here is a sentence. Liver diseases are on the rise among sober people. This is actually true. I did find this on the net. So liver diseases, see, it's in the plural form. That's why you should use are and not is. One more time. Liver diseases are on the rise among sober people. Sober means someone that is not drunk. someone that has not had alcohol, okay? Another sentence, food allergies, that's right, among children are on the rise these days. Once again, we're talking about not one kind of food allergy, but we're talking about different kinds of food allergies. So it should be paired up with are. Okay, one more time. Food allergies among children are on the rise these days. Okay, our next pattern, the last thing I want to do. That's right. Peter mentioned that getting surgery was the last thing that he wanted to do. Okay, the last thing I want to do is hurt you. This is what you can say to someone. You know, I care for you so much. The last thing I want to do is hurt you, meaning you hate to do that. It's very simple. Instead of saying I hate to, try using the last thing I want to do is hurt you. Okay, one more. Getting surgery is the last thing I want to do. So the focus here is on getting surgery. I hate to get surgery. Getting surgery is the last thing I want to do. Okay? All right, and then we have our final pattern, be put under or put on anesthesia for something. You can say, I was put under general anesthesia for the surgery. Okay? Keep in mind, you can be put under or put on as well, okay? Put under or put on general anesthesia. And one last sentence, I had to be put under anesthesia. Now, if you pay attention to the second sentence, remember, as you can see, anesthesia is in parentheses. The sentence could end right there. I was put under. I was put under. If you say this to an English speaker, they will understand, this person was put under anesthesia, okay? So to be, I guess, more specific, you can say anesthesia, but you can also leave that out and simply say, I was put under or I had to be put under, okay? So please do keep these patterns in mind and job well done, everyone.
I'm also lucky enough not to have had any surgery, but I have had some teeth out and was put under for that. Now, people usually get surgery for more major reasons. They need to get something fixed, something that's gone wrong inside them, get something removed. Hopefully, you won't have to go through any of this kind of stuff. When I had surgery, they put me under, which was kind of a strange experience. Now, what happened was they give you something that makes your short-term memory go away. So you start forgetting things, but you don't know that you've forgotten them. And when I woke up, I asked the nurse like 3 times, hey, what happened? And she said, well, you have surgery. I said, oh, interesting. She said, you've also had a drug that stops your short-term memory. And I said, oh, then have I said this before? And she said, yes, you've said this 3 times before. And so that time is totally lost to me. I have no idea what happened, but it was kind of an interesting thing.
How was it? I really enjoyed today's actual story, and thanks to Joe once again for a wonderful story of your own. Now, he did mention, remember we took a look at the patterns and I did mention you can say simply I was put under or I had to be put under, right? Joe said that exactly. I think he said, yes, I was put under for that. He was talking about his experience at the dentist where he had to have some teeth pulled out, and he said, I was put under for that. See, I hope you have a chance to use that in the future. Okay, some points that I've selected from today's actual story by Joe. He mentioned, I had some teeth out. Okay, the pulled was omitted. I had some teeth out. You can also say, I had some teeth pulled out, and I was put under for that. Okay, put under for that, meaning he was put under anesthesia. Okay, another one, people usually get surgery for more major reasons. Now, since he was talking about going to the dentist and getting some teeth pulled out and being put under for that, he's saying some people or people generally, people usually get surgery for more major reasons, not just getting your teeth pulled out. When I woke up, this meaning not in the morning, but after he was put under anesthesia, after the surgery was over, when he woke up, I asked the nurse 3 times, "Hey, what happened?" See? Yeah, he just woke up and he said, "What happened?" And then he said, "I have no idea what happened." Have no idea also means have no clue at all. Okay, you don't know what happened. So he was talking about his experience at the dentist. I think today's actual story was quite fun. Have a listen to it one more time.
I'm also lucky enough not to have had any surgery, but I have had some teeth out and was put under for that. Now, people usually get surgery for more major reasons. They need to get something fixed, something that's gone wrong inside them, get something removed. Hopefully, you won't have to go through any of this kind of stuff. When I had surgery, they put me under, which was kind of a strange experience. Now, what happened was they give you something that makes your short-term memory go away. So you start forgetting things, but you don't know that you've forgotten them. And when I woke up, I asked the nurse like 3 times, "Hey, what happened?" And she said, "Well, you have surgery." I said, "Oh, interesting." She said, "You've also had a drug that stops your short-term memory." And I said, "Oh, then have I said this before?" And she said, "Yes, you've said this 3 times before." And so that time is totally lost to me. I have no idea what happened, but it was kind of an interesting thing.
You know what? I don't know if it's just me or you as well, but I learned something new from Joe. He did mention in today's actual story that there is a drug, or he had a drug that actually stopped his short-term memory. It's kind of scary, isn't it? Anyhow, yes, we do sometimes have to go under the knife or get surgery, right? And yes, we also are sometimes put under anesthesia. So the next time you happen to talk about getting surgeries or operations or going under the knife, you could even talk about being put under anesthesia now. Okay? Everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Next time, I'll be back with another, well, pain-related topic, I would have to say. We'll focus on back pain, okay? So that's to come next time. But in the meantime, you know what to do. Feel free to come to our homepage. Find your way over to www.ebse.co.kr and look for Actual English with me, Jennifer Clyde. And hopefully, you'll have the time to leave us a message as well. We are occasionally getting topic requests. What you can do is, if there is a topic you would like me to prepare for our lessons, feel free to let me know. I'll try my best to prepare a few lessons on that topic, okay? Okay, well, in the meantime, take care, everyone, and I'll catch you again very soon. Take care until next time. Bye-bye.